Hello folks, this is Chuck from Chuck's HEMA Stuff, and I want to say I finally made it to Vegas, and I'd also like to thank every one of you who subscribed. I'm really surprised that there's even that much interest for the things that I do in my silly little hobby. Well, it's not really silly, but I think you get it. And anyways, why I'm here is to talk about what I'm gonna do here in Las Vegas this week. So I'll go ahead and flip over and we'll take a look at the web browser and we'll look at what's going on at CombatCon. So first of all, I was already looking at some stuff. So CombatCon, it's a celebration of martial arts and popular culture. There's a bunch of stuff that goes on. You can take classes. If you're an author, they have various authors and also classes and things like that for writing, intensive courses. These are special for people for Hollywood types, and you can train from some interesting uh, stuntmen. And this year we have Adrian Paul, and he has the sword experience. You may know Adrian Paul from a series back in the 90s called Highlander. We have fighting, got HEMA tournaments, historical European martial arts. Of course, we're going to look at the rules. I chose not to be a judge at this time, but if they need my help, I'll gladly give it to them. TSL, that's the Saber League. Those are lightsaber type thing, duels, or sun swords, or whatever you want to call them, just to avoid copyright. Classical foil tournament. These are like from the tournaments similar with rule sets similar to the best of my understanding the turn of the 20th century. Guild battle, that's going to be a fun one. That's where it's going to be a group on group battle. It's kind of like choose a champion. It'll be a random weapon chose by the roll of the dice, and we'll see how things go like that. There's various other things because it's not just fighting but playing. Yeah, we got the experience hall. That's where you got vendors. You know, can also watch different demonstrations. Time Traveler's Ball. I'll try to record some of that because some people have some really neat costumes. There's also a cosplay contest which works with the Time Traveler's Ball, and then there's some family fun activities that they want to do. You know, various people you can see and train under, where to stay. Stay at the Flamingo if you're doing a combat con. It helps the combat con because it lets the Flamingo know that people really want to come to this. There's a schedule which we're going to look into, and I think that pretty much covers the main gist. Now on the schedule on Thursday, lucky me, it's a registration, so I'll be waiting in line and maybe meeting up with some people. Um, and usually I tend to chat with some of the folks that know me, and I try to say hello to one or two people that I don't know, even though I am quite the introvert, so this is always a challenge. Um, I didn't pay for this, so I don't get to watch, but that's where you get to train with the Highlander himself. And then cash bar, woo! And opening ceremonies, that's always it's pretty much a required because it also goes through the the policies and procedures and also some of the rules of being a participant at Combat Con. I don't think I'll be swimming. Thank you very much. It's hot outside. And then we have the tournaments of the Saber League, which I think I'm going to go and watch a little bit of that because, with those swords with lights in them, it makes them for some pretty impressive action. There's some free fencing. If there's somebody that wants to fight me just for fun, I'd be glad to join in. And these are cutting competitions. Got the HEMA invitational cutting, open cutting. They basically are showing their skill by cutting tatami mats. And then single stick, which is basically people are going to be hitting each other with a rattan stick. It's, as I understand it, it's supposed to be a simulator for a cavalry saber or some device like that. So Thursday, it's going to be relatively easy going. And then at 9 o'clock is the after hours activity, Show Your Pride. So I'll be wearing my school shirt. And this is kind of like a icebreaker. Everybody, we can go make fun of each other or welcome the people who do similar arts that we do. And that should cover Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be a little bit busy. As you see, we have lots and lots of classes. But on Friday, this is my tournament day. I'll be in the HEMA open steel longsword pools. I doubt I'll move beyond that, but never know. And then I'll be in the HEMA rapier pools. I haven't done a lot of rapier work because I had a shoulder injury earlier this year. But since I paid for it, I'm going to go ahead and join in because no refund, so I might as well do it. Besides, it's fun. I like to say, at least in the rapier, that I'll help somebody move along and get closer to first place. Now, there's a synthetic longsword tournament, but during that time, well, actually, I'm pretty much shot with any classes on Friday. Yeah, at this point, I really don't see much that I can do. In the vendor area, I may watch some of these activities that are happening between 3 and 5:30. So we got a few things here. SCA is a Society for Creative Anachronism. They have a different kind of rule set, and I think this will be really interesting because they may be in period costume. Saturday, take a look at this. Saturday. Now, depending on who's in the eliminations, I may watch those. But what I like to do is I like to go to lectures. So I may do this martial arts podcast and the internet. See if that has. I don't know the teacher, but I'm going to go ahead and take it because, well, I'm sort of doing that because I want to share what I know and hopefully it'll be useful to somebody. Let's see, HEMA history and tournaments. This ought to be good. This helps me understand a little bit, the context of historical European martial arts. And I've taken some classes and trained with Richard Marsden. He's a fantastic teacher, and he has a very deep knowledge of historical European martial arts. And let's see. So I got that block worked out. There's so many other things. I may have to just look into what's what. I know there's a class by Stephen Fick, and it's about body language that I want to take. I just need to find it. When I find it, I'll come back to it, probably in my next update. Anyways, that's currently my plan of things to do as far as Sunday HEMA Guild Bottle. I signed up for this. This is going to be kind of fun. I'll try to get some videos, but basically they say it's an event designed for fighters to meet new people, break the ice, emphasize fun over competition while still keeping the martial mindset. It's a way to put prizes, ranks, and coaching aside for a moment and just have a laugh while sparring. It basically a random weapon that based on the roll of a dice. They nominate a hero, fight, whoever wins, and eventually, I guess the two top teams will go into the grand finale. And it looks like it's going to be guild versus guild with all the dodgeball style grand melee, with the winner of the tournament being named after winning the best of 3 rounds in the melee. So that would be kind of fun. I think they're going to have the swords or the weapons out in the middle, and you just have to run up and grab it and start fighting somebody. Sounds like a hoot. Even if I don't get the beat in it, I'm going to record it because it sounds fun. The next thing we got is this other web page. Is this HEMA scorecard. This is where you'll be able to track the tournaments and actually in near real time when the tournament is actually happening. So it'll be right as you see the tournament roster. There are 53 entries, and there I am. Hopefully, I'll bring honor to my school. They haven't set up the rosters yet, but they're, oops, I guess, Combat Con 2019. So, longsword, open steel, 53 participants. So, I have a small chance of winning. Not very big, but small. And then in the rapier, we have, 34 participants. So I hope to be higher than 34th place. At least that's my plan. Anyways, so hemascorecard.com. That's the place where you can track how things are going when the tournament's happening. And here's the schedule. This is all at combatcon.com. I think you could see this. And I think that should about do it. I'm here at the lovely Flamingo, and I guess what I could do is do a quick go full screen and show you from here. I'll show you my room with the crazy headboards, the bathroom with a sliding glass door. the closet back there, all my stuff for what it's worth. Other than that, thank you for your time, and I'll try to be better as I'll try to get better at this as things go. I have to start somewhere, and this is it. Thank you very much.